Have you ever met someone famous?
For like 0.2 seconds. And I guess how do you define famous?
So let me get the list ready.
Just the Comic-Con, like me and Tress met several wrestlers. I met Stan Lee in passing at the Comic-Con. He was doing panels and stuff, and as he was leaving, he was passed by and we said hello. Me and Tress said hello to him.
How long ago was that?
He talked to us. Oh god. It was the second Comic-Con, so early 2010s.
And I saw Stan Lee too.
His name is Mark. I can't remember. Gosh, I just drew a blank. But he's a comedian, Mark, and he played in the show Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
I met Jason Schwartzman. Was in, I don't know if you were seeing Scott Pilgrim versus the World. We were talking about that earlier.
I met the chubby kid from Sandlot who's got the freckles on his face. I met him in a Comic-Con once. And also the guy who does the voice of Batman and has for like the last 25 years, and the voice of Mario. They were both at the Comic-Con, so I got to meet the two of them. And the guy that did Mario was really cool. He had done the Mario voice for like 40 years or something like that.
I saw Julia Roberts, but I didn't meet her. Saw Bernadette Peters, which you probably don't know her. Met her. That was a funny story. Her dad made her smile, and she was not happy about it at all.
Went to California one time and met Bernadette Peters. I met Ozzy Osbourne. I met ZZ Top, Judas Priest, Scorpions, except quite a few bands.
Working at Six Flags, I met the band One Republic before they were, big and famous. Showed them around the park a lot. I took them to different rides, so that was cool.
I've met Jeff Lauber, jazz musician, the singer Chrisette Michele. I've met her.
I have danced on stage with Paul Taylor, who's a jazz musician. He invited people to go up, and I went up. And Grandpa was laughing. And then another jazz musician that we went to see, a young guy named Vincent Van Gala. I bought a CD for him, and I went up to him and talked to him and put his arm around me and took a picture of me.
Marc Antoine is just someone I was listening to his songs the other day and just thought, oh, I got his autograph and his picture, and I have a picture of me and him together. So, but it seems like I was able to meet a lot of jazz people because they have meet and greets after the concert. So Steve Cole.
Well, no, I went to the Two Cellos concert and I got to meet them.
Like, actually met them? I met Vanilla Ice. He touched my hand at the concert. I was like 14.
I met Reba McEntire.
I don't know if you consider these people famous, but I met the National Australian Women's Soccer team. I met them when I was working at River Center Mall, so that was pretty cool.
George Gervin. I went to his basketball camp when I was younger.
I met David Robinson a few times, and I shook his hand. And it was funny because I forget what I was doing, but I guess he thought I wanted to shake his hand, so he just came and shook mine, and his hand's all the way up to here. But he's a super nice guy. Met Pop, I think, once, but didn't really talk to him.
I've met Red Coat Pop, before. I've met Mike Tyson before. I've met Bruce Bowen, Jerry West, King Olajuwon. Clyde Drexler.
Okay, I thought you were gonna forget about Clyde.
No, I'm not but I can't forget about Clyde.
I met DeJuan Blair, basketball player. I met Jameer Nelson, who's also a basketball player. I've met Hakeem Olajuwon, and I've met Clyde Drexler.
Met other Spurs basketball players, but they at the time weren't really big names or never became a big name like DeJuan Blair.
Patty Mills, I met Patty Mills. I met him while I was at Foot Locker. I remember bringing 3 different pairs out, and he tried them all on, and they all fit, and he liked all of them. And I remember him saying, man, I can't decide which of these to get, which of these is gonna, work out for me. And I think one of the women that he was with was like, why don't you just get them all? And he was like, yeah, good point.
I wouldn't say I met them formally, but
in Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Me and my uncle ran into Carmelo Anthony, and yeah, we ran into him on the Hulk ride or whatever.
Are you sure it was Carmelo?
Yes, he had the Disney security with the little Mickey Mouse badge all around him. It was really crazy.
I knew Steve Francis. Grew up in the same neighborhood. Sean Springs, he played in the NFL. I met his father, Ron Springs. He played for the Cowboys.
Dwayne Carswell, who is a Super Bowl winning tight end for the Denver Broncos. Play golf now with Chris Childs. Sam Coward, he's ex-NFL guy. Another NBA player, artist. What's his name? Artist. He's a Hall of Famer, tall guy.
I met, I can't even remember her name, but she's a really famous ice skater. She actually came out in, oh gosh, I even forgot the name of that movie. The ice skating movie, the funny one with,
Blades of Glory?
Blades of Glory. The one that was one of the judges at the beginning. The one that Tanya Harding went and she did the baseball bat to her legs. That Nancy Kerrigan. I met her.
Used to work in North Star Mall and Ingram Park Mall, and we would get a lot of famous people there. I think the most famous person that I've met would have to be the singer Genuine.
Probably something Mike Tyson was like a pretty funny moment. So I came to take a picture with him, and I brought Tyson nuggets as a joke, to kind of have with me during the picture, and and he was saying like, oh hey, we should get a fighting pose, but in his voice, which I can't do, and so we're posed right, and I'm pretending to throw a punch, and he's pretending to throw a punch, and for some reason his fist kept getting closer and closer to my face. As the picture was going, I'm like, hurry up. And he got pretty close. And the face he was making looked like he really wanted to punch me. I'll never forget that.
Oh, and Sugar Ray Leonard. That was exciting. That's it. That I remember.
Cornell, drawing a blank on his last name, but Cornell, the chairman of the NAACP.
There was also, and it's kind of a local celebrity, but not really a celebrity, but there's Buckner Fanning. I don't know if you remember him. He was the pastor of the First Baptist Church. Super coolest guy ever. Because I think on the same night I met the Archbishop of San Antonio at the time, and not a cool guy.
I went to the state capitol once and met some senators there and things like that. But as far as a president or anything like that, no. Most of us are ordinary people.